Well, hello, and welcome back to Idle Slayer. So, we've had a lot of crazy stuff happen in the Idle Slayer world this last week. So, let's look at the news. So, here's what happened. So, first we had 6.1.9. This is the update I was going to be sitting on for a while. Then we had the controversial update 6.1.10. This is the one where it changed the Stone of Idle. And this was what was considered pretty controversial, because this is a pretty big nerf. I honestly had a whole spiel about this that I was going to get into, and then today, we got this update. Critical information to stats, performance improvements, bug fixes, particles added to title screen, Roy reworked. After the 5th Ascension, a clearer description will be shown on the Ascension pop-up description. Instead of showing a large number, like 260 QI Ascension CPS bonus, we'll calculate what would be the total benefit of that in terms of the standard CPS bonus, and we'll show that number instead, like a 20. Okay, so this got simplified. So let's see. Is it simpler? Yes, this does look much simpler. If I ascended, I get a 2.8 soul and 2.8 CPS bonus. That is an A+ change. I had a whole spiel about the idle change, and if you look, you'll notice something. I'm sitting on 6 quintillion, which means I didn't update to 6.1.10. I was just not going to update. I literally had Windows updates, and I paused them on my computer because I was like, I lost the staff update. I don't want to lose the idle update. But it got reverted, so it's all good. I don't have to even go on my rant. Though really, my rant is this. If we are getting too many Slayer points, the solution is not nerfing idle. It's capping Soul Reaper. Because what happens is, there's always something that becomes uncapped, right? Right now it's Soul Reaper. If you go back to Inner Power, it used to be Inner Power that was uncapped, and now this is capped. So I don't see why we couldn't have a... And I want to emphasize this needs to be a reasonable cap to Soul Reaper. And by reasonable, I want to emphasize that if there is something that costs 10 QI on the board, the cap has to be higher than 10 QI, in my opinion. I would say in this case, what you would do is you total up all the Ascension costs on the entire board, and you would make this cap double it. So then basically what would happen is you could ascend more souls than that, but you won't get any bonus anymore. I think that's a fair compromise. But we'll see what happens. That's rather than like nerfing the way people are playing the game. I understand what Pablo's trying to do. He's trying to make it so people just don't get runaway amounts of souls and stuff like that, and I get it. I agree with that. But I feel like the solution being offered is approaching it from the wrong direction. I think having a reasonable cap on that is a much better design than like nerfing idle. Though I will say this, the one thing I was curious about, one of the things I was going to ask is, with the nerf to idle, how close was like getting a soul multiplier, going into rage mode and doing that? Like, what was the difference between that and idle? I was kind of curious what that number was, because honestly, I haven't played the game for real. Like except once I get a Stone of Idle, you just idle. I don't know that that's the. I'm gonna wade into the controversy a little bit here. I don't know that that's the best for the long term of the game, where we just idle all the time. But I also don't think that like idle should be so bad that it got nerfed as bad as it did. But I was curious, what's a perfect soul rage mode combo? Using all the things, and how does that compare to idle? But I don't have those numbers, and so yeah. So we'll just pretend I didn't ask that question. But that was the only question I had. So I could understand the purpose if, like, idle was... Like, to try and balance active and idle play Like, you need to have some kind of balance, right? But the reality is active play is kind of like hard to do because you have to constantly go and refill your rage pills. So there's got to be some kind of balance there where idle can't feel like it's worthless. But also active should be a pretty big boost. So I'm kind of curious where the line's going to get drawn. And the reason I was so concerned about this was because I was like, am I just going to be sentenced to like not ascend? Because like I was worried that like here's what I was worried about. It was going to be really hard to get souls. So it's going to be really hard to get 500 Shuriken. And I was like, okay, so do I just build up a bunch of souls on 1.1 or 6.19 and then be like, okay, I have this huge, enormous soul bank. So when the Shuriken, we need to get 500 Shuriken. When that drops, I'll be able to get it. You know? And at least I'll have a huge amount of souls to get me started on that, you know? So that's what I was wondering if that's what I needed to do on 1.1, 6, I say 1.1, I mean 619. And then if that was going to be the case, then I was just going to save it up and be ready to rock and roll that way. Fortunately, that's not the case. But I would still be curious, you know, I'm not going to, I mean, maybe we'll test it out in this one and see how it is. But I do think active play should still feel rewarding, is what I'm trying to say. And it should, but like, again, I also understand, like, hey, like a lot of people, like, don't want to farm all the materials, because you have to farm a lot of material. Like, the rage pills are the easy part. The hard part's actually getting your spirit boosts and your, your spirit boost and, really the scrap, because you need the scrap for it to be worthwhile. But anyways, I'm not complaining. I'm very happy that we got our idol back. I had an alternate suggestion in mind. I had actually a whole bunch. I will say I think it was nerfed in the wrong way. Mostly because it nerfed it both ways, right? It nerfed it before and after. And I don't think without idle overpower that the idling is even problematic. It's all a stone of overpower problem. But I don't want to get too much into it because we resolved the problem and I really don't want it to get nerfed or reevaluated again. Oh hey, we finally got the path to loot. Okay, well we can't buy that. I did also finally get the final quest unlocked. And this is going to be the most expensive one at 300 quav. It's funny, because we were worried about the spear, and yeah, like, this is insanity compared to that. I still have to complete, like, some of the stuff here. Like this. That's going to take a while. This. That'll take a while. Oh, and we got new Roy. Let's see Roy. I will say this. Where is Roy's legacy outfit? Like, we definitely should have, like... I want Roy to have his legacy outfit. Like, I just, like... It can just be an option. Everybody can get it. All the different Annas. And then we could have Legacy Roy. See, the thing is, Roy and Anna no longer match, because Roy got reworked. And originally, Roy and Anna, they were basically like the male and female with the same color scheme. And now you have Anna with the old color scheme, but Roy with a new color scheme. I like how they're all colored now, because these are your uncommon ones. These are your rare ones. These are your, I purchased them with the Jewels of Soul one. And so are these. These are the super rare ones now. I forget, somebody was asking, oh, Scar. Yeah, somebody wanted Scar. And I was like, oh, you just got to do the bonus stage. Or the chest hunt, I think he drops from. I didn't even remember when I got him. But I've been playing this game a long time. Anyways, we're going to go back to... I do like Manidi. I forget how you get her. I wish it would tell you how you unlocked him, because I forgot by now. Alright, let's see what we got. Ooh. I have to laugh that the 200 upgrade is the Sharp Shuriken. I feel like this should be like the 10 upgrade. Like look at the Shuriken upgrades we got. We get like the Magic Shuriken, the Fire Shuriken, the Black Shuriken, like okay. The Light Shuriken, the Ascending Height Shuriken. Oh, I got quiet. I was focusing. I was too focused on the bonus stage. I forgot. I thought I was doing this like off stream. Or off video. I'll say this. I am sick. So, yeah, I was wondering, like, I was really tired this weekend. I slept a lot. And then, like, Saturday night, I got sick. And I'm like, okay, well, this explains it. I'm sick. That's why. Failed to fight that one off. Yeah, this isn't going to go well. Wow. Well, that was something. Oh. Alright, whatever. Yep. So we'll need to keep completing those. But really, we're just saving up for the 10 quintillion. Now that I know that everything's been reverted, we'll just get this upgrade. We'll probably have it by next video. And then we'll ascend. And then we'll do it all again. I do wish these worked higher than ST. It's kind of disappointing. So whatever. I got idle back, so I really don't care. We got idle back. I don't really care. Oh, I forgot to turn my silvers on. Yeah, it's hard for me to care when we got the idle back. About anything else. Oh yeah, there's... Where is it? Oh, this is our rage mode damage. 996, okay. Oh, I have a 41% critical chance for a 60x soul bonus? Wow, okay. No, that'd be 61. That is huge. Alright, that's much bigger than I thought it would be. Oh, and I have earned so far 3 Ultra Slayer points, so... I'm assuming, I think 1 goes to activity and the rest go into Stone of Hope. And yes, we're already up to 21,000 Zynthiums. I don't even know what those are, but we got them. And, so yeah, I don't really have much for this video. I had a whole thing on how, like, guys, I gotta keep the 6.19 version. I gotta make sure I have that. And it's all irrelevant. It's all irrelevant now. I do need to go back and pick up some roots and pick up some wood. I was super concerned about all this. And you can see I got my 528 dragon eggs, so I didn't miss any. Oh, that's what I want to do. Boom! 7 feathers. But yeah. I had a whole thing. I had a whole spiel about the balance of the game, and now, like, it got reverted, so I don't get to say it. I hope it doesn't get changed again. I'm very happy with what we have. Like I said, I think the problem stems from this. Every other way of growing is capped. This is uncapped. We should probably have this capped. Once this is capped, basically it means you'll ascend up to a certain point, and you won't get a soul bonus anymore. You know, you'll get, like, let's say, and again, this needs to be a generous cap, not a strict one. For the sake of argument, let's say it's 30 QI, okay? That means this doesn't increase anymore after 30 QI. You'll still get the CPS bonus. You won't get any bonus here. So at that point, with 30 CPI, or 30 quintillion, you can do every ascension, and it's basically going to be fixed, right? So you would, if it's capped at 30 quintillion, you would ascend every 6 quintillion, but it wouldn't improve your odds anymore. Maybe it would be higher than 6. Somebody else will do the math on that. But that's kind of what I'm saying. Like, this being unlimited is the problem, not idle mode, so this should be capped. Because if you cap this at 30 quintillion, which again is more than we need right now in the game, because this is 10 at most, that solves the issue, in my opinion. I know some people aren't going to be happy about that, because there was some guy with like a sextillion already. Which, yeah, okay. I mean, you got a sextillion. I do feel like, too, we're going to eventually get the Mega Ascension. Once Pablo has figured out how to do that in a way that works. And then it's going to be a different level of craziness. And the nice thing about a Mega Ascension is it effectively, if it's implemented properly, it effectively resets the board. Because, yeah, you might get a bigger boost out of a Mega Ascension, but you can redo all the balance you want with the Mega Ascension in mind, and just set and like, nobody's not going to take the update because it has a Mega Ascension update. Like, I could opt out of the 6.1.10 update because there was nothing in there that I wanted, right? It was just a nerf, and I'm like, do I want to play with the nerf? No, I don't want to play with the nerf, so I'll just not get the update. You put the Mega Ascension update in there, and you can change the mechanics of the game, and then it'll be like, oh, well, if I want to continue playing, I have to take the update. That's not an excuse to, like, just nerf everything, but that is a more compelling argument than what we got. But like I said, I think we all know the issue, right? It's not the idle stones; it's the stone of overpower, or stone of idle overcharge. Should this be reduced? I don't want it reduced after we just got it back, and I don't think that really addresses the root of the problem. Because again, I think the root of the problem is this. I think if you put a reasonable cap on this, it solves the problem. Just like how we had to cap this. I would say that this cap isn't reasonable, but this cap also doesn't matter. Because by the time you hit this cap, you get this, and you just shift from minions to idle. Which I think is fine. What I would actually like to do, or like to see, is like inner power 2 or 3 that actually improves inner power scaling. That like improves the scaling to the cap. So like your additional ascensions, your minions are a little bit better. I think that would be okay. Because again, it's capped. It has a reasonable cap for that part of the game. Should be fine. But that's my take on this whole thing. And again, I had and my whole problem with this Stone of Idle nerf itself is that the Stone of Idle isn't the problem. It's the upgrade that's a problem. But the upgrade's only a problem because Soul Reaper grows forever. But I also don't like balance around extremes, right? If somebody at the extreme end has made like 1 sextillion souls, so you nerf the way he got it, it just negatively impacts everybody who's like playing the game normally, and now they get a nerfed experience because some guy decided to like take it to such an extreme. And that's what I really don't like. Like, again, put a cap on it then. Caps work out great and amazingly well because they make it so that people can't get too far ahead. Like, if we had a cap... Wow. Wow. I'm not on my game today. But if we had a reasonable cap, it means that people can't get too far ahead. And then you know, but again, the cap has to be reasonable. Like I said, I don't think this, like for inner power, I don't think this cap is unreasonable, but I would like to improve this below the cap as I ascend. So that when I ascend, again, minions are more meaningful the next ascension. That to me would be good. But, once again, as always, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to support the channel. And if you have any questions, feel free to say something in the comments. I do always look forward to your questions. And as always, thank you again, and I hope you have a great day.